Hello, I'm Christy Ivkovich, and welcome to the MLM Breakthrough Bootcamp. This is one of our Layers of Leadership series, and it's going to be taking part over the next 90 days or so. We're also giving free access for a limited time. This is a program that we've charged quite a substantial amount for in the past, but for a limited time. If you are in the home-based business industry, whether it's network marketing, MLM, affiliate sales, direct sales, whatever you want to call the type of home business that you have, this bootcamp is for you. If you're struggling in home business, this bootcamp is for you. If you've had a lot of success, but you want to take your business to the next level, this bootcamp is definitely for you as well. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Christy Ivkovich. I am first and foremost a wife and a mother. My husband and I have 7 children. We have 3 grandkids. And at the time of this recording, we have another one on the way. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but right now we have 1 grandson and 2 granddaughters. I've been a full-time marketer for almost 2 decades. I left that 9 to 5 years ago. I never looked back. I'm definitely one of those people that's psychologically unemployable. I raised my 2 children that I had before my marriage to my husband. Now I raised them as a single mom from network marketing income. You know, I was looking for a way to be home with them, and network marketing really gave me that vehicle because, you know, when you're a single mom, you have to be there for them financially, you have to be there for them emotionally, socially, everything. And the only way that I could found that I could make a nice 6-figure income and still do it from home was through the network marketing industry. Now, I have personally sponsored, and that's a personally sponsored, over 5,000 people in the 2 decades that I've been in network marketing. So I definitely know what it takes to build a team and how to bring people on board. So again, welcome to the MLM Breakthrough Bootcamp. Our goal for this program is to make it the absolute game changer for your business. Okay, so we're here to provide you with the information that has created teams of tens of thousands for us over the years, but it's 100% up to you if you allow that experience to happen. So we can only give you the information. You're the one that has to take that information, process it, and take action. Now, I do want to talk about what this program is not, especially if you don't know me. Okay, if you know me, you probably know this stuff already. There is going to be absolutely nothing fancy or flashy, okay, about the information that we go through, right? We're not going to like take our videos and put them in post-production, add music and do all this, stuff. There's not going to be any fluff in the video. In the video trainings, like what I mean by that is like, stuff that sounds good and gets you all hyped up. In fact, some of it might be the absolute opposite. I might tell you some things that you've never heard from your network marketing sponsors or team leaders because they're afraid to tell you, and be transparent about what really goes on in our industry. So there's not going to be any fluff. You're not going to see me editing a bunch of stuff. If I need to get a glass of water, like even right now, I can feel my throat's going kind of funny because I have like bad allergies almost like all year round. So I have a lot of like crazy stuff that goes on with my allergies. So if I have to grab a glass of water, I'm going to grab a glass of water and I'm not going to come back into the video later and try to edit all that stuff out. Also, if I tend to kind of go off, what I've got outlined for a training, I tend to use those filler words that all the public speaking things tell you not to use. Like you'll hear me a lot, especially if I go off topic or I'm, like accessing some other part of my brain where I'm trying to recall memory or something like that. Not going to go back and edit that stuff out either, guys. Okay, so no fluff. This is just me. This is who I am. I'm also a fast talker, and I'm fully aware of it. All right, so I'm always like literally for years and years constantly trying to work on that, and maybe I need to like take the word try out of it and just do it. But especially if I'm excited about something, you're going to hear me get talking fast, and there might not be anything you can do about it. If I go too fast for you, thank goodness we're recording these, right? So you can just rewind, but I can't change who I am at the core. At the core, when I get excited, sometimes I just really get going. I also have a very strong personality, so sometimes it might seem like I'm up on a soapbox or something. I'm really not. I'm just trying to get you the information you need and be kind of stern about it because there's just so much phony baloney junk in this industry. And it really kind of upsets me sometimes to think about like all the stuff that goes on in our industry. It's the only industry of business where most people don't treat it like a business, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's so cheap to get involved. A few $100 a month, right? Even if you're in a program that's maybe $1,000 a month, some of us are in high-end programs, it's still nothing compared to if you were to open up a brick and mortar business or, other types of businesses. And so sometimes I think that is one of the reasons, because it's such an easy entry level, is that, people take for granted and don't treat their network marketing business like a real business. And that's a lot of the things that we're going to train on, and make sure that you have systems and processes in place. Just all your top earners in your company, I guarantee that the things we cover, they're already doing. They may not be teaching it, right? But they're doing it. You're not going to get easy from me. Okay, the most thing I'm going to tell you is that it's easy entry to get involved in your network marketing company. After that, nothing easy about it, folks. Don't equate simple with easy, right? If you want to make 4, 5, 6, 7 figures a year, and even 4 figures a year, like really 4 figures, right? If you want to make $9,999 a year, an extra 10 grand a year from your home business, it will not be easy, right? Simple, maybe easy compared to other things. Like, it's not hard work like you're, at a construction site for 12 hours a day, or hard work that it takes to become a doctor with all the schooling. So maybe from that standpoint, but man, you got to change your mindset. You got to get your mind going in the right direction. You got to take a lot of gruff from people, right? We got to listen to no's. We got to listen to our family and friends saying, what are you doing? We have bad days. We go through all that. There's nothing easy about it. And you're not going to get anything in this program from me that's going to tell you that it is easy. All right. In fact, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to lay out what it takes. And then if you have realistic expectations about what it takes to be successful in the network marketing industry, it's going to be a lot smoother sailing for you, because you're going to know exactly what to expect. Okay. So let's just quickly go through what we're going to cover during the boot camp. It is a 90-day boot camp, a 12-week boot camp. And some of you who are listening to this have gone through the boot camp with us before. Okay, so I've kind of color-coded our boot camp. And by the way, I'm just going to talk about this price right up front. Like, ooh, they're going to talk about price up front. We aren't charging anything for boot camp, but this is what we have charged for it in the past. Okay? This is what we have charged for it in the past, and I want to address that right off the bat, because some of you listening to this have paid $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for our boot camp, and you're like going, "Hey, Christy, what's up with that? I paid like $5 grand for boot camp, and now we're giving it for free." So here's the thing, folks. If you are one of our boot camp customers, all right, chances are most likely that some of the bonuses that you receive with your boot camp, one of the bonuses that you received was that you received a free session, a monthly one-on-one coaching session with me or one of our leadership team, where for the first year after boot camp, you could schedule a session every 30 days with us. And a lot of you take advantage of that. You get on a one-on-one, get that one-on-one coaching. After 12 months, those coaching sessions go to $300. If you are, by the way, excuse me, if you are one of our bootcamp customers and you paid anything, okay, for the bootcamp series, whether it was full price or on a special or anything like that, you will now receive your one-on-one sessions free for life. So that means that every 30 days you can text me, you can call me, whatever it is, whether if it's me or one of the other mentors that you work with, and you can schedule up to one session with us, that one-on-one, kind of brainstorming session that you go through for free. The other thing that we're going to make sure you have access to, if you went through and paid for the boot camp, thousands of dollars for the boot camp, one of the things that we do, and this is for people who are only in our primary business, because we've got our own primary business that we build, right? One of the things that I do for people in my primary business is that I do special high-level training with them. I teach them how to sponsor high-level people, how to bring people who are in their community that are, top successful, top earners in the community. We teach them how to, sponsor those types of high-level people into their business. That's something I do exclusively with people who are in my primary business, if you will. And by the way, it seems like my voice is just going to be out today. I did a lot of talking over the weekend, so that's probably what it is. But like I said, not editing this stuff, guys. Just going to keep on going. So one of the things, if you paid for boot camp, we're going to just throw that in with you guys, okay? Even if you're not in my primary business, if you paid for boot camp, I'm going to let you guys get in on those sessions. Those sessions, again, are about how to sponsor, high-level people with high influence and a lot of, social contacts, how to sponsor those type of people into the business. Okay, so with all that being said, this boot camp, this is what this value is on this boot camp, and it's no joke. So it's like, Christy, okay, well, why are you going to offer it for free now? For one thing, I've shut down our side coaching. I am too busy to do a whole bunch of side coaching now, folks. I'm a full-time currency trader. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a mom, a grandma. I have my own primary network marketing business that I build, right? I've got a lot of stuff going on. So we actually don't sell this course anymore. So I thought, okay, fine. Let's take the time to do the course, at least one more time, put it into the Facebook group and let people have access to it for free. I already know that 95% of you are going to take this course and you won't even use the content. And I know that sounds crazy, but how do I know? Because we have a 95% failure rate in our industry. There's a reason for that. And that's because people do not stick to what they, committed to. So if you want to be, one of the top earners in your company, you have to decide you're going to do something and then you need to stick to it. All right. You got to stick to it hard. It took me 2 years when I was 26 to 28 years old to get to any kind of income that I could live off of. And I went hard at it. Right? And people are like, oh, you're not making any money yet. I remember I got a check for like $317 and they're like, oh, whoop-de-doo, $300. And it's like, oh my gosh, it took me a hard 2 years. And then it took me many more years after that to get to a 6-figure income. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I already know statistics already tell me that even if I give you this information, 95% of you aren't even going to use it. And for the 5% of you who do use it, good for you. I hope you go in to be the very top earner in your company, and, show them all, who's boss, right? So I've kind of color-coded these. The first 3 weeks, let's talk about the reason I've colored these blue. Okay, so I'm a currency trader. And if you're not a currency trader, I'll just explain to you that, when you're in there making trades in the financial markets and you use your phone, which I do quite a lot, when you win a trade, it shows up in blue. And so these 3 things I color-coded blue because if you don't have this stuff, the rest of it is not really going to matter. And I have had people ask me first off, Christy, just get me right into how do I prospect and how do I put people into my business? I don't want to go through the life goal setting stuff or the business planning, and I don't care about tracking stuff. I don't want to set up a database. I don't want to make a schedule. Then you might as well just stop building your business, okay? Because these things that we have in blue the first 3 weeks, this is what your top earners are doing in your company, guys, okay? They don't talk about a lot of this stuff. They might talk about mindset, and goal setting, but nobody's talking about systems and processes and tracking your upgrades and all the financial stuff because it's kind of yawn, right? And people are like, oh, I want to be excited, and the excitement and the emotion are what get people involved in network marketing. The excitement and emotion get people involved in network marketing, and the emotion also gets them to leave network marketing, okay? So we have to do this with a business mindset. So week 1, we're going to talk about life goal setting, business planning, daily planning, mindset. Second week, all right, and this is missing for so many people, is getting your systems and your processes started. How to track things. My very first network marketing company that I actually made it, I would say a full-time income. I would say I made it big, but I was making a full-time income. That company failed me. They basically went out of business. All right. They went out of business with the way we were marketing. They changed their business model and cut our checks like 80% overnight. Right. So I had to rebuild. The crazy thing is that I was actually really good at documenting because I'm like this crazy journaler, but I really wasn't tracking. Okay. So I luckily I had a lot of stuff documented. I used to print out when I had a new prospect or a new member, and I'd take all these notes and I'd file it away. And I had these big binders up until like last year with people notes in it from like 20 years ago. But what I wasn't doing is I wasn't tracking the numbers. So when it came time to have to rebuild again, I didn't really know exactly what I did the first time around. I knew I talked to a lot of people, right? But I didn't really have the numbers down. If I had the numbers down, it would have been a lot easier because I would have known, okay, I need to make this many phone calls to have this many people to talk to have this many people upgrade, to have this many people, become team builders or leaders in my business. So week 2 is really critical. We're going to start teaching you how to, track your numbers and take just that 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day to track your numbers. Any other business out there knows their numbers. Walmart knows their numbers, guys. The small business owner, he knows his numbers. You guys got to know your numbers. Network marketing is a multi-billion-dollar industry, multi-trillion-dollar industry, actually. You need to know your numbers. Week 3, time management, how to be proactive and setting a master schedule. I'm going to teach you like several different kind of methods for creating a schedule. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do a schedule. Okay. I kind of get that because I'm kind of one of those people that I work better if I can make, just kind of do what I need to do during the day. But I still have time blocks for things, right? I still have time blocks for things. So we're going to talk about that in week 3. So that's the blue stuff, right? That's the thing that if you don't have these things down, then none of the rest of it matters. Blue is for, money, guys. I know you think green is for money, but I'm a currency trader. Blue means money. So week 4 and 5, we're going to talk about how to pre-interview and interview. And that's, our name for pre-qualifying and qualifying people. Forget about, using the word recruit or chase after. You need to be qualifying people for your business, not chasing after them. Now, you might ask me, why are we talking about how to pre-qualify, a prospect or a candidate before we're talking about how to generate the lead in the first place? Again, okay? I don't want to set you guys off on prospecting, and then you have a new prospect come into your funnel, and you're like, I don't know what to do with them, right? So I want to make sure that you know what to do with them. Then we're going to show you in gold, right? In gold here, some offline lead generation methods and online lead generation methods as well. The offline stuff, really how to prospect and market without, alienating everybody. It's going to do a lot of more market stuff there. The online stuff, we're actually going to teach you how to specifically target other marketers. All right. Now, we're not looking to raid somebody else's downline because I'm not really about that. How would you like it if some top earner in another company came and started raiding your team members? You wouldn't. Okay. So it's not what that's about. It's just about how to attract experienced marketers to your business, people who are already in between or thinking about leaving their company and they're looking for a new home. That stuff, week 6 and 7, is in gold because it's similar to the blue information, right? If you don't keep that funnel filled with new people to talk to on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, none of the rest of it matters, okay? So if you don't have anyone to talk to, it doesn't matter if you have the best presentation ever. And you know what? There is an unlimited number of people to talk to out there. You just got to know how to go about and doing it. You're never going to run out of people. There's no reason to run out of people. We have like 70 billion people on this planet, right? People like, oh, this market's saturated. This market's saturated. It's not saturated. Amway, people like, oh, Amway's saturated. There are people who come into Amway and become 7-figure earners for the first time in Amway. Okay? So you got to get rid of that mindset. You have to keep your funnel filled with new people to talk to. And it shouldn't be just anyone. It should be a very specific target market. All right, we're going to talk about proper lead follow-up. And also, if you have been in network marketing before and you have old members, past members, old customers that you want to talk with your new company that you're in, we're going to cover that. Communication. How to lead people to the right decision. We're always thinking, well, we want to lead them into a close. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want to give them the information they need to evaluate your company and make a good, solid business decision for themselves. And whatever they decide is the right decision if you've done it, legally, morally, and ethically correctly. right? If you're just hyping them up, they can't make a good decision for themselves, right? So we're going to talk about communication. And then the last stuff I put in purple because it's my favorite color and it's my favorite stuff to talk about. As you grow your team, you have the opportunity to really leverage your time by adding other people in, adding personal assistants and admins and interviewers. And we'll talk about this stuff later on. It's like, well, why do I need to know about this now? I'm struggling. I'm still trying to sponsor my first person or whatever. Because what you're doing in weeks 1, 2, and 3, especially in week 2, the systems and the processes, you're going to need to be documenting that stuff along the way so that when you are ready to kind of grow a personal team of people who work for you. And you don't have to do this, folks, but man, if you want to grow to the next level, you can get people who, set up your appointments. You can have people who do like the pre-interviews for you and so on and so forth. You want to have that playbook ready so that you can just plop it down in front of them and say, here, this is exactly what you need to do. How do I know? I've been tracking it for this whole time. Right? And then we will talk about advanced finances, investing, some final words of advice from us as well. So that is everything that we're going to cover on the boot camp. And I know we're about 20 minutes in, but I want to make sure you get a good understanding of what the boot camp is all about. So here's the expectations for the boot camp. Every week you're going to be giving some action steps, some homework, if you will. You have access to the private Facebook group. Okay, that's where at least half the growth happens, right? Because we're there to network with people. And you can access the videos here on both YouTube and in our private Facebook group. But if you only access the videos on YouTube, you're not going to get access to all the documents that we have, all the PDFs, the worksheets, all that stuff. You're also not going to be able to network with other people, which is huge. Okay, when you listen and learn from other people, your growth is going to be, 2, 5, 10 times faster. So if you are on YouTube right now listening to this, go to www.layersofleadership.com. You can just pause the video right now, go over there, click it, and request to join the group. Okay, answer the couple of questions that are in there. We also allow you to advertise up to twice a week. If you have a business, just 2 times a week, you can drop your link or your your flyer or whatever in there. That's welcome as well. Every week, I'm going to ask you to post your number 1 priority plus your 3 action items. You don't even have to know what those are yet, but we're going to have you, in there doing some action taking. All right. So inside the group, be active. Come in there every day, post your successes, post your obstacles. Right? That's how we all learn. I'm in that group 6 days a week. Sometimes I'm not in on Sundays. So, times can differ as far as like what time of the day I'm in there, depending on my schedule. But if you come in there and you tag me with a question, unless it's a Sunday or a holiday, I will usually respond, by the next day. Okay? I also understand that not everybody wants to post a question in the group. I understand some of us are introverted or shy, or maybe it's personal. So at the bottom of every single one of our slides during our presentations, you have my text number. Okay? You can text me a question as well. All right, so you have access to me in the private Facebook group. Like I said, tag me with your question. If it's more than 24 hours goes by, if I do not respond, just please re-tag me, right? I do my best not to miss things, but that group news feed, man, that can fill up so fast once in a while. So sometimes things get missed. I'm not ignoring you. Just tag me again. Now, I will tell you the absolute worst way to try to reach me is phone, email, or a private message. You probably won't get me. I get thousands of messages every day. People are dropping my email box. Literally, I get over 1,000 messages a day. My messenger is constantly filling up, but I do check the group daily. I check to see if anyone's tagged me, and this phone number I have here is a special line I have set up so that I know if you text me there, I'm going to check it. Now, I'm going to tell you what that text message, that phone number is not for. Okay, we have thousands of people in hundreds of different network marketing companies. Okay, so please don't use the text message function to text me to ask you to check out your business. Okay, now if you legitimately want my opinion, just my opinion, not for me to join, if you want my opinion, I've been doing this a long time. If you want me to look at your company's comp plan for you or something like that, I am happy to do this. But I want you to understand, it's not because I'm not always open to other opportunities. I am open. I always keep my eyes open, okay, and my options open. However, I cannot join all your companies, guys, okay? We have thousands of people in hundreds of different companies, right? So just think, I got hundreds of people saying, join my business, Christy, join my business, Christy, join my business, Christy. I'll join mine if you join yours, which is an absolute ridiculous way, by the way, to be trying to build your business. And we'll talk about that in one of the other trainings. If I want people to join my business because they see the merits of it, that's it. For themselves, like, not because I joined their business. If you don't see what you need to see with what I do, then then people shouldn't be joining. But don't text me thinking, okay, great, Christy's gonna join my business. Chances are I'm not, but I do keep my options open. But again, I'm busy. I have my own primary business. I'm a currency trader. I'm a real estate investor. I have my own mastermind sessions where I'm the student and I'm coming in and learning on a daily and weekly basis. That's like 3 to 4 sessions a week of my own learning. So really, really busy. So please use that text that text function to text me something, is if you really, really legitimately from your heart want to ask me something, because I am always happy to help you guys. Okay? Makes sense? All right. And remember that I don't know what I don't know. So if you have a question, if you're going through some type of frustration, if you're running into a wall, you must let me know how I can assist you. I cannot assist you if you don't tell me about it. Make sense? All right, so here's what we ask from you. And really, in order to get the most out of the boot camp that's coming up, number one, focus on the boot camp and growing your business for the next 90 days. Just focus on the boot camp and growing your business for the next 90 days. You have to, number two, commit to doing the work. I can give you the information, but that's 10% of it, right? The other 90% is you taking the action steps, right? That makes sense, right? So just remember this. You could even put it up on your wall. Information without implementation is a delusion. All right? Information only becomes wisdom once that information is applied. So information without implementation is delusion. So if you're one of those people who's gone to like seminar after seminar after seminar after seminar, and you're listening to audiobooks and personal development, and you've never done a thing in your business, you are going through information without implementation and are in the delusion stage. All right, time to move out of that. All right, let's talk a little bit more about what we ask from you. Come into the Facebook group daily, read the threads, post your successes, post your obstacles. Again, if it's something personal or whatever, send me a text. Remember, everyone in that group's at a different level, so if you get a little bit confused because somebody's like further along in the boot camp or has taken the boot camp before or whatever, don't let yourself get confused. Just ask the question, right? Just ask the question. And again, you have to let me know how I can help, right? How can I assist you? How can I assist you? I'm going to take that word help out of there. Now that we're like in here looking at this, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm here to assist you, right? Not help you. I don't know what I don't know, so please let me know if you need me. The weekly structure of the program is we do video trainings. Right after you watch the video, you'd want to set aside a little bit of time immediately afterwards to reflect and start doing whatever the action item is. Work on your systems every day. And then, of course, you're going to spend time in the Facebook group. So NASA's done some studies, and you can look this up. They've shown that we only retain about 10% of the information we learn the first time around. So the power happens in repetition. Repetition. I usually listen to things or watch things that I want to learn 3 times. I listen one time all the way through. Then I come back a second time and I take notes. And then a third time I listen all the way through, mostly listening, but also like filling in the blanks for things I missed on my notes. That's me. Okay? So the power happens in the repetition. So to make the most, out of the program, It's in the Facebook group recorded. You can listen and watch over and over again. So again, we're giving you access both through the Facebook group and YouTube, but if you're just watching these on YouTube, you are not going to get the same effect, because the Facebook group gives you access to our interactive community and all the printouts and the worksheets and the business guides and everything. So again, go to layersofleadership.com if you're not in the Facebook group already, and just request to join. So what's going to happen when the boot camp's over, right? Well, for those of you who complete the boot camp, we're going to have a mastermind group where we continue to do, you're going to continue to have the daily access to all the group members, get future content from any other trainings that we do, but we're also going to have a monthly coaching, monthly Q&A sessions. So those of you who complete the boot camp, and again, the boot camp money-wise is free. It's gonna cost you time, right? You're gonna need to invest your time into the boot camp. So those of you that those you mastermind with are going to be those that have been through the same experience, who've completed the boot camp. The folks that are committed to leveling up, not only in their business and also in life. So that's what's going to happen after the boot camp, is our mastermind group. You're going to find that some weeks for you will be more powerful than other weeks, and because that's, again, everyone's at a different level. There are so many things that have nothing to do with the actual marketing that will make or break you in this business, folks. So it's really important that you say to yourself, if I know something already, why am I not doing it? Okay? So for teaching it to you, or I put this on here, an extremely dangerous mindset alert. Okay, I already know this, and I put this in here because this was something that I used to do all the time. When you say I already know this, if I'm telling you something and you're thinking to myself, I already know this, why is she telling this to me? That is one of the scariest places you can allow yourself to go, because if you find yourself having those thoughts, it means that you're blocking out. As soon as you say I already know this, you have blocked any new information from coming into your brain. For you cannot retain any new information because you're putting up this block, right? So you got to ask yourself, if you're saying, oh, why is she telling me this? I already know this, or anybody saying it to you for that matter, say, well, if I know it, why am I not doing it? Okay? So why are you not doing the things you know you must be doing to create the life you know you want? You know what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't, you will know by the end of this boot camp. Okay? All right, so let's just wrap this up. And we're going to talk about this quote from Einstein again during the boot camp. But Einstein said, if I had an hour to solve a problem and my life depended on the solution, I would spend the first 55 minutes determining the proper question to ask. For once I know the proper question, I could solve the problem in less than 5 minutes. Folks, we're going to be teaching you how to ask better questions during this boot camp. All right, so here's your homework. First homework assignment already, and we haven't even started the boot camp. Again, if you're accessing this on YouTube or maybe outside of the free Facebook group off somebody's page, go to layersofleadership.com, join our group, get a fresh, clean journal for taking notes and documenting your journey, and please leave your bias at the door. Come prepared to learn, okay? And we look forward to seeing you on our first boot camp.